You own your 55 and you own your 90. Nothing is given, everything is what? Hey!
Yes? Got your triangle, guys?
Oh, we got to
Yeah, for this one you have to draw it out. Over 12, we got to add these two together, right? So we get 36.
The work culture at Eagle Academy gives me a lot of freedom to pursue my own interests and start my own initiatives at the school. And then also last year, what we started was something called a solutions team, where a bunch of interested teachers and staff and admin got together to discuss what the school-wide issues were and what we could do about it. And we came up with these solutions that our admin did a great job of implementing this new school year, and that really made the educators feel heard and valued.
I think there are many career opportunities that exist inside and beyond the classroom where you can have a teacher start off as a simple teacher to graduate to being in the head administration, or maybe segue into doing some counseling for the kids because they have a good rapport with the children. And then you can have someone like me who started off just kind of helping out on the side and then graduated to being the full IT for the building, as well as setting up a brand new computer lab and managing that, and running an anime club for extended day where I can help the boys learn a little bit about the Japanese culture, as well as have a little fun watching animated shows, because one boy doesn't like that.
Another thing that we do a lot of at Eagle is having ensuring that educators are part of developing the process. We're a fairly new school, and our educators have been crucial, especially in the development of our high school. When we started with just a 9th grade, there were a lot of things that we weren't prepared for moving into the high school, and it was having meetings with our educators and reflecting on what systems and structures would best support our boys. That was the key in being able to develop into a solid high school where we now have a graduation rate of 96%, which is, phenomenal, and we're extremely proud of.
I personally wouldn't try to teach at an environment where I wouldn't send my own kids. A lot of educators at maybe other schools probably wouldn't say that, but I can see this. I can see myself sending my son. If I had to fast forward time, I can see myself sending my son here. Say my scholars make me a better educator, because this is art and design, and they come in here with different ideas every day, things that aren't even on the rubric, or the syllabus for that matter. They bring up and offer different solutions to aesthetically, visually problem solving in different tasks in here. So I'd say they drive the culture and the instruction.
I'm Mr. McFadden, and I teach earth science grades 9 through 12. So house you can kind of think of as like a glorified homeroom, but it really provides opportunities for the educators and for the scholars to bond with each other, and really provides that opportunity for the scholars to get that socio-emotional connection with their educator. Scholars are required to wear a uniform at all times and be in full uniform, and this is something that I enforce at the door. A scholar doesn't even enter my room without being in full uniform. And my mantra is kind of, if you look good, you act well as well. And I find that every day in my classroom, they look the part, and so they act the part.
Mother actually is more reflection of the society as opposed to herself. What does she mean? What does she mean by that? She says that I'll wear the scarlet letter, right? Because it's not a reflection of my character, even though it does mean adultery, but it's more a reflection of my time.
What makes Eagle Academy environment different from other public schools is that it is an environment that encourages innovation and collaboration. We are a school where it's not only the teachers getting their hands dirty, but also the administration are really trying to push their teachers to be better versions of themselves inside and outside of the classroom as well. The innovation is very important because we're not a textbook-based school. We're all about being in the now, in the trends. And the only way to be in the trends is to kind of go beyond the textbook. I mean, going beyond the textbooks, you have to kind of use the internet, utilize all the resources possible, and that entails creating your own curriculums. I mean, not only are you given the task, as some educators might say, might be daunting to create your own curriculum, but you also get a lot of support, and you have a lot of people here that are very experienced with that, and they really try to help you so that you can have a student-centered classroom by trying to figure out what are the best ways these boys learn, what are the best things that they need so they can be successful, and sometimes you don't find that in a textbook.
Discipline is very big at Eagle. I wouldn't say that it takes precedent over academics. However, at Eagle, we have a very good understanding of behaviors and the way that it impacts learning. And we know that our scholars have to be mentally ready and to be engaged in the lesson, and their behavior has to be appropriate in order for them to be focused and to be at their best when it comes to learning in the classroom.
How Eagle provides service to their teachers and opportunity that other schools don't. I have to look at the administration, and I can easily say that I've never been given the type of support and help from administrators in any job I've ever had before. You look at the professional development, you look at being able to go to whether it's, Ms. Strauss or Mr. Mead, and ask a question about a kid that they know or they've known for 6-7 years is something that I've never been able to do in a school before. And it's reassuring because you know that they care about that kid and they know who he is, and they'll give you a straight answer. And that helps, I cannot tell you how much, to be able to go say, listen, so-and-so has been saying this or doing this, and I don't know what to do with them. And they will tell you, all right, this is what needs to be done. I understand this kid, and it's so helpful.
Here at Eagle Academy, Ocean Hill 2, we don't just discipline our scholars like traditional schools and maybe send them, out or displace them. If it's a situation where they have to be displaced from a classroom due to whatever infraction, we give them a space to reflect, calm down, and we have somebody that's in the room to help them through that reflection process. We also allow the space for the educator to, reflect, and then we bring them together where they can have restorative conversations. And I believe that helps build stronger bonds between the scholar and the educator, and it also allows the scholar to be accountable for their actions and also have a place to make mistakes, which children do all the time. So I think that our discipline code is, all about understanding, all about giving scholars a space to be heard, and also, promoting accountability between not only the scholar but the educator too.
And we pride ourselves on really having a strategic approach to developing our educators. The vast majority of our teachers have come to us as first or second year teachers. So we understand that not all of our teachers are going to come in to us as a finished product. Similar to our young men, we don't expect all of our young men to come in as a finished product, but we do have to have certain systems to support both our young men and our educator to ensure that they're delivering the best academic product possible for our boys. And we do that by having a variety of approaches and systems that are differentiated for that individual adult. We have a leadership structure that ensures that our educators are meeting with a lead administrator or coach on a weekly basis. And with that, we have to communicate to our educators that we're not a I gotcha school. This is more than just a school, it's a family. And that's something that's communicated amongst our young men, but it's also something that's communicated amongst our staff. We have to support each other, we have to do things differently, and we have to do things together to ensure that our young men are provided with the best opportunity to ensure their long-term success.